Alright, so today we're going to talk about how to wind a bobbin. So step one, you're going to put your hand on the hand wheel and pop it out. So you pull it out to the side, you hear that popping motion. That is step one to telling the machine I want to be able to wind a bobbin. Secondly, you're going to take your thread, put it on the spool pin, and then make sure that you put your spool cap. So you may have a small one like me here, or a big one. Now if you have a small one, you're going to put the mouth part here inside so it'll do its job. So now when I pull on the thread, it stays in place. Next part here, we're going to move over to this thread guide. So think of it like flossing. Now there's two little metal plates here, and we're going to go in between them. So we're continuing from the thread through this. So if you don't think about it like flossing and pull it through like it's stuck between two teeth, it's not going to do its job very well. The next step is to take your bobbin. Now you'll see that there's a hole in the bobbin on both sides. So we want to take the thread from inside and go up through that hole. So you may need to cut your thread to let it go through. Okay, so we want the thread to go in between these two plastic pieces, so the thread is here and then coming up. The next step, so now that I have the thread in the bobbin, I'm going to put it on the bobbin winder and then push it over. So you hear a little bit of a clicking sound. So that's the second thing that tells the sewing machine I want to wind a bobbin. Now the next step is holding onto this piece of thread. You're going to press the pedal gently, and you'll see it. Now right now it's going super slow because I have my speed set to slow, which is what I told you guys to do. When you're winding a bobbin, it's perfectly acceptable to put it on fast so you are not taking forever. Now, a little bit hard to see the angle here, but get a little close. Holding onto the thread, press, wind the bobbin. Yeah, hard to give the angle. Anyway, when it starts to wind, you're gonna see the thread is in between the plastic, okay? If it goes anywhere else, you have made a mistake. Now, when you do the bobbin winding demo for me, you're just gonna turn it around a few times. So when you practice, just have it spin a few times. Then when you wanna try again, take it off the bobbin, and then you can wind it carefully back onto your spool of thread, taking everything out to reset to try again. Okay, so when you are showing me the demo, you're going to start right from the beginning. You can have the thread on the machine, that's fine, but your bobbin is empty and your thread's there. Now, I have some pictures that I showed, but remember, if it looks wonky and it's not flat, then it's not good. So you can see a difference. This is smooth, a little hard, like you can see the difference here about these nice smooth edges versus loose and tight. So when we have that, the machine will not sew properly. So super important to wind the bobbin correctly. Winding a bobbin. Step one, pop the handle out. Step two, take your thread, put it on the spool pin. So put it on, get your spool cap on, put the mouth facing your thread. Okay, so now it'll move freely. Second step is to floss. Take it between two fingers, put it in between the metal, and pull it through. So you'll feel a bit of tension, and this is a tension guide. Next step, grab your empty bobbin. So you're going to see the two holes on the top and the bottom. You're going to go in between the plastic and send the thread up through the hole. Sometimes it cooperates faster than others, okay? So I've got the thread in between. Then I'm going to snap it onto the bobbin winder and pop the bobbin winder to the side. That tells the sewing machine I want to wind a bobbin. Now when you're winding a bobbin, you need to increase your speed to fast, otherwise it will take forever. So holding onto the thread, you are going to wind it a few turns to make sure it's in the right place. And then once it goes up and down several times, you can cut this thread off because this will get tangled in your machine. So you just take your scissors and cut. Okay.